was when I was 8 or 9 when I first saw Chikako. I was brought by my father to visit her. She was one of my father's mistress. There I witnessed her birthmark in her left breast as large as the palm of one's hand. She was cutting the hair on her birthmark with a small pair of scissors. I once heard my mother telling my father that Chikako was unmarried because of the birthmark. There was compassion in my mother's eyes, but I was obsessed with the idea that if ever my father married Chikako, their child, or rather my half-brother or my half-sister, who would suck at that breast, must be a monster.
Excuse me, is this the way to the cottage of Miss Kurimoto?
Yes, indeed. Oh, you're here.
Girls only?
No, we had a guy guest, but he just left. So what do you think of her? Isn't she nice?
Who? The girl with the thousand green handkerchief?
Handkerchief? I mean the girl who was standing here. She is Yukiko Inamura. Ay, handkerchief, huh? I thought you come together. I was delighted.
What are you talking about?
You met on the way. It's a bond between the two of you. Your father know her as well.
Oh?
Ota and her daughter is here too. I didn't invite her, but it is a rule who happens to be near here can drop in. But of course, I didn't tell her about you and Yukiko.
I'm here with my daughter. Would you mind to perhaps greet her?
Yes, of course.
Come, I'll introduce you to her. This is Mr. Mitani, old Mr. Mitani's son.
You are studying tea then, aren't you?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Really? But you have it in your blood.
Miss Inamura, please make tea for Mr. Mitani.
Miss Inamura, can you make me a tea too? I'm afraid I was very rude. I may have annoyed you, but when I saw you, it seemed that the old days came before everything. You have become a gentleman. There are so many things we must talk about.
Koji, come here. Did Mrs. Otta tell you something?
No, nothing in particular.
You must be careful.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
I've waited for you. I wanted to see you again.
What happened to your daughter?
Kumiko went ahead with her friend.
Does your daughter know you'll be waiting for me?
Yes.
I'm sure she doesn't want to see me.
Well, it was a trial for her to see you.
But because my father calls her pain.
No, not at all. Your father had been good to her. By the way, did you notice Kumiko's ring?
No.
Your father gave it to her as a gratitude. She must be embarrassed to see it.
Do you often go to Chicago's place?
I got a letter from her when your father died. I miss your father very much. I was feeling very lonely.
Mrs. Oda was at least 45, some 20 years older than me, but she made me forget her age when we made love. I felt that I had a woman younger than me in my arms, sharing a happiness that came from the woman's experience. I felt none of the embarrassed reticence of inexperience. I felt as if I had for the first time known a woman, and as if for the first time I had known myself as a man.
Are you going home straight?
Well,
You go home straight for your father's sake. This is the day he had his tea ceremony every year.
Where are you calling from?
Your house? I'm sorry, I should have said so.
You don't think you're being a little forward?
You'll be lonely by yourself. Bring friends with you, or perhaps shall I call the Inamura girl?
You're joking.
Why not? She's interested in you.
I don't like the idea. Besides, I'm not going home anyway.
Let us talk about this when you get back home. Come right home.
We'll have that fixed.
Yes, sir.
Once we fix that, I'm trying to sell this place anyway.
A lot of people say that. The young lady yesterday was very surprised at the size of the house. Miss Kurimoto shown the lady through the house.
What will she do next? What's the matter?
I'm sorry, I wanted to see you again. I couldn't stay away.
Come inside, you'll get wet.
Let me go. I'm so light, I've lost weight.
What about your daughter?
Kumiko, I didn't tell her. She thinks I'm too weak to go out in the rain. This is my first time to come to the cottage, and I've been to your main house only once, only on your father's funeral.
Do you remember my father when you see me?
See? See how my heart is beating? How old are you? Still in your 20s? It's wrong. I don't understand myself. Marry Yukiko. You must hurry and marry Yukiko.
That's a question for me to decide.
I feel dizzy. I must go home.
Hello, Mr. Mitani. My mother has just died.
What happened?
She had a heart attack. I'm afraid I must ask a favor.
Yes?
If there is a doctor you know well, is it possible for you to bring him here?
A doctor? You need a doctor? I have to hurry. I understand.
Please. Thank you for the flowers.
Not at all.
I love the trees.
But people do sometimes send flowers ahead before they go by themselves.
Even so, I didn't expect it.
I've sent them from a florist very near.
There was no name writing on the page.
Oh, I see. Very fine Sheena for the flowers.
Mother is sometimes busy. That's why it wasn't so.
When was the picture taken?
5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, it was taken at tea ceremony.
How did you know? How did you know it was a ceremony?
It has that feel. Your eyes are lowered. But she seemed busy at some. You can't see the shoulders, of course. But you can feel a sort of concentration in her hand.
It was taken a little from the side, but it's the picture mother was like.
It's a very quiet picture. A very good picture.
I can see now that this is taken.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
She's putting it away in the back. Do you like it? Until you could see it in the mirror.
Oh no, please.
Mother will be happy. I know she will. It's not a bad piece, actually not.
It's a splendid piece.
So mother said. It's why I put her flowers in.
I'll take it then. If I may.
Mother will be happy.
But it doesn't seem likely I'll be using it for tea. I'll just turn it into a flower vase.
Please do.
I don't mean tea flowers. It just seems so sad for a tea vessel to leave the tea ceremony. giving up to you myself.
I suppose the cottage will be used again. She bought her offering sweets and a folding bag.
I suppose.
Mrs. Otashino, may I look at it? Did you buy it?
It was a present.
Quite a present. A keepsake? Really? Shouldn't you pay it for a piece like this? I'm a bit shocked that you took it from the girl.
I'll give the questions.
Do. You have all sorts of pieces from Mr. Otto, but your father paid for every one of them.
It's not the matter one to discuss with me.
I see. So Mrs. Otto committed suicide?
No, she did not.
Oh, please do. But isn't this particular person trying to ruin your marriage? Your father suffered a great deal at the hands of the woman. Oh, but I knew immediately. There was something weird about that woman. Your father used to say that he will never understand her. Well, she wasn't my sort. Sticky and clean somehow.
May I ask you to stop slandering the dead?
Where we stand for it, having her interfere with your marriage plans. She died because she couldn't keep down the devil in her, even when she knew she was doing wrong. That's the truth too. And then being the woman she was, she thought she would die and go meet your father.
I'll begin it today.
There was a morning glory in you. You'll be at home again today then, sir. It had climbed the ginger at the far side of the garden.
One more day. I'll be getting it. Where's the morning glory? So you expect it to wither right in front of your eyes? I'd even forgotten we had a Lord. You were clever to think of it right away.
No, morning glories and gourds are both vines, and I thought...
Both vines? Don't bother to make the bed. If Fumiko was to see this, she would have done the same. What has turned me into a criminal? Oh, you.
I've been neglecting you and I thought I should look in.
Haven't been entirely well.
Yeah, your color isn't good.
I've had new teeth made. I looked at my country.
I had spare time. They were a little white before, but turned out yellowish. But they'll be fine.
I find them day albums. Please.
Very pleasant. But I think we should do something with flowers.
I think that's up to you.
What did you do to Mrs. Otashino? Shouldn't you send it back?
It's hardly your place to give him orders.
I'm afraid not.
It's hardly your place giving orders.
I came here today to tell you what I think if you don't get rid of that witch.
You sound very threatening. If you're talking about that woman ago, I'm sorry. I refuse your proposal.
I am telling you the truth. I am different from Mrs. Otto. As things went with your father, I was very light-faced, and so thanks to him, I developed a good and healthy strain of common sense.
Oh, I see.
You should make use of my healthy common sense. When a person is too much a man or a woman, the common sense isn't there.
Oh, common sense goes with neuters then?
Don't be sarcastic. Have you thought how remarkable it is that Mrs. Otta was able to die and give an only daughter? It seemed just possible that she had something to fall back on. If she died, might not Kitty took after the daughter?
What are you talking about?
I thought I came up against a suspicion. She died to interfere with your marriage. She didn't just die. There was more of it.
Your inventions can be monstrous sometimes.
You told Mrs. Otta about the Inamura girl, didn't you?
It was you who told her everything was arranged?
I did before she died.
How did you know? Did I telephone? Or did she come weeping to you?
Of course she did. I can guess from the way she screamed at me over the phone.
Then it's very much as if you killed her, isn't it?
I suppose that conclusion makes things easier for you. Well, I'm used to being the villain. It is not exactly I'm turning the favor, but I'm here to play the villain today. But we won't worry about what goes on backstage. Before long, I have gotten rid of the witch, made the good marriage for you.
I must ask you to stop making this good marriage making for me.
I don't want to talk about Mrs. Otta anymore than you do. I don't mean that she was bad. She was only hoping that when she died, the daughter would naturally go to you.
The nonsense begins again.
But isn't it the truth? Do you really think that while she's alive, she didn't once think of marrying the daughter off to you? That's very absent-minded of you.
I was terrified of the phone.
So you said okay.
When I was little, Mother used to cover my head with her kimono's sleeves whenever it dawned. Sometimes I want to cover my head. By the way, I brought the sheet. Looked right in either red or black brown. She used this bow instead. I doubt if it's a very nice piece.
I'm sure it's a very good indeed.
There's something very appealing about tables for women. Give it away before there'll be trouble at Horimoto season.
Yes.
Would you mind taking out Mrs. Otta's water jar?
Didn't you use one of ours? Before we went out?
I don't understand. Can't you see that I want to use it because she is here?
But your name is so
Not at all. We just weren't for each other. And how can you hate a dead person?
you've always been fond of understanding people too well.
They should arrange not to be understood quite so easily. Kumiko, suppose we use your mother's Shino.
Please do.
It was something of a shock that you sold the house all by yourself.
Yes, but it was very simple. I knew the people who bought it, but I could never live by myself, no matter how small the house, and if I'm to work, it will be easier to live in rented room. I decided to have a friend take me in.
Found work?
No, I have to admit that there's nothing I'm qualified. I hated the thought of talking to you while I was still here. No house, no work, nothing.
I'm thinking of selling the house too.
But you'll be married here.
Hi. Horimoto story? Do you think you're married now?
Because of mother, mother has made you suffer enough. You should think of her as something finished now.
So how do you like the company I put with the Shino in?
Besides the iron kettle, the Sheena looks more like a beautiful woman.
But it's strong enough to hold its own against the iron.
You can bring water jar to life unless you use it for tea. It's a great waste, cramming foreign flowers in it.
Mother used it for flowers too.
It's like a dream, sitting here with a souvenir of your mother. I'm sure she is happy to see this.
That Mr. Granny means to use it as a flower vase, and I've given up tea myself.
You must not say that. Next year will be the 5th anniversary of your father's death. We must have a tea ceremony.
I suppose so. It would be fun to invite all and use imitation pieces from beginning to end.
Oh, come on. There isn't an imitation piece in your father's collection.
But you think that would be fun? This place always smells of some moldy poison, and a really false ceremony might drive the poison away. Have it in memory of father and make it a farewell tea.
What you're saying is that a meddlesome old woman comes to air the place.
Perhaps I am.
You mustn't. Suppose we go at least part of the way together.
Yes.
Wait, I'll put things away.
You still have time. Don't go off with it.
I'm afraid.
Okay. Come back when you got rid of it.
So you brought your modest Reno, did you?
What about the baby?
Not really. It was tiny when it was born, but now it's beginning to pass out.
Doesn't blink.
It can see, but blinking comes a little faster.
This is Fumiko.
Oh yes, I recognize you.
This is Fumiko. I ought to see you in person, but there's something I must apologize for. If I don't telephone, it will be too late.
I beg your pardon?
I mailed a letter yesterday, and I seem to have forgotten the stamp. I bought 10 stamps when I mailed, and I still had 10 when I got home. I must have thinking of something else. I wanted to apologize before you got to them.
Oh? It hasn't come yet? Is that all? Really? You shouldn't worry. It calls for congratulations.
I beg your pardon? We've always talked over the phone, and this is the first time I've written. I must have forgotten the stamp while I was wondering whether to mail it.
Where are you calling from?
A telephone. Public telephone. Tokyo Central Station. Someone is waiting for the train.
A public telephone? Congratulations.
What? Thank you. I did finally. But how did you know?
Kurimoto told me.
Miss Korimoto? How could she know? What a frightening person.
I don't suppose you see Kurimoto anymore. Last time, remember?
So you said. I had just moved, and I was wondering whether to tell you. This time it's the same.
You should have told me. Ever since I had it from Kurimoto, I've been wondering whether I should congratulate you.
And I just disappeared? It's a little sad, isn't it? One of the missing.
I beg your pardon?
But I have to be one of the missing. It's a dirty little room. I found it when I found her.
I'd imagine not. A newly married too?
It wasn't easy, beginning work in the hottest part of the year. Married? Did you say married?
Congratulations. You are married, aren't you?
Me? Married?
Didn't you get married? I see.
Miss Korimoto said I was married. Why? Why did she say it? And did you believe it?
She did. It's no good over the telephone. Can't I see you?
Yes.
I'll go to Tokyo Central. Wait for me there.
But
Somewhere you'd rather be?
I don't like meeting people in strange places. I'll go to your house.
Shall we go together?
That would mean meeting somewhere.
Can't you come here? Oh,
No, I'll go to your house by myself.
oh? Well, I'm leaving now. If you get there first, go on inside. It's good to see you.
「
I'd come back from a trip when I was 9 years, and in March, for the military, there was an accident.
What exactly did Miss Kuramoto say? Did you believe it?
But she said that in the morning I was married too.
A lie. A lie. That's a lie too. When?
When did she get married? Very recently, I suppose.
It's sure to be a lie.
When I heard that the two of you were married, I thought it might be true about you. But the other may really be true.
It's a lie. No one gets married in this heat. Can you imagine it?
There's no such thing as a summer wedding.
Only now and then, people put weddings off. Or... But why Miss Kuramoto tells such lies? If I hadn't telephoned today, I'd have been left a fine prank.
The letter no stamp?
Give it back to me! I'm going to tear it apart.
Good afternoon. This is Kikuji, Fumiko's friend. Is she there?
She is still not here. I'm sorry.
Do you know where she lives now?
I'm sorry, but we do not just give out our information about our employees.
Sorry.
Sota is out.
She went away. She went on a trip?
I don't know. Mother is also out.
Bed is at my feet.
She has no reason to die. Only Chicago is left.